Hello, and thanks so much for joining us for this online business presentation with IMC President Dan Brown in association with the most famous blogger online, Mr. John Chow. It's High Ticket Sales Secrets Revealed. My name is Dan Brown, and I'm the Executive Director of Marketing for the Info Millionaires Club, and I'm so excited today because I'm going to teach you an ABC 3-step strategy for generating more leads, getting a flood of new customers, and building your business to at least $10,000 a month using high-ticket sales. It's going to be like handing you money on a silver platter, all right? Now, like I said, my name is Dan Brown, and I'm the Executive Director of Marketing for the Info Millionaires Club, and I've been full-time in my online business for just over 2 years now. I've had 6 books published and 1 become a bestseller on Amazon.com. I've helped thousands of customers and clients double, triple, and quadruple their profits while helping them work less than ever, and famous for my downright weird marketing strategies that are certainly different, but the outrageous success of my students are proof positive to the undoubted effectiveness of my unconventional methods. Oh yeah, I also have a boxer, my dog. Her name is Maggie. I live in Montreal, Canada, was previously a chemical waste technician, and am a huge hockey fan. Lastly, I love the holidays and Heineken, preferably at the same time. Now, John Chow is a blogger, speaker, entrepreneur. He took his blog from making 0 to over 40,000 per month in just 2 years and working only 2 hours a day. Today, John owns one of the biggest blogs on the internet with over 200,000 active daily readers and followers. And he's also the founder and CEO of TTV Media Incorporated. John's the author of Make Money Online, Roadmap of a .com Mogul, which rocketed to #1 on Amazon.com within the first week of its release. He's been featured in such publications as the Vancouver Sun, the Globe and Mail, the New York Times, Entrepreneur Magazine, and BC Business Magazine. He's also appeared on numerous radio and TV shows. John worked a job for a grand total of 8 months in his entire life. After that, he concluded that working sucks and he never did it again. John became the 2012 Affiliate Marketing Awards winner for Best Blog and is the subject of a social media and blogging documentary for CBC television. Now, with that said, let me ask you this. Why are we really here? Well, all I could tell you is why I'm really here. This business, high ticket sales, really helps me to be able to spend more time with my family. That's my family you see right now on a recent trip that we took to Dominican Republic. Big family, right? Well, the funny thing is that not everyone is even there. Some of my family members actually missed out on that amazing vacation because they had to work and they couldn't come. So that's why I'm really here, to have more freedom, to be able to do more things. Like on a whim, my girlfriend and I, we decided to go out, fly out to California, go stay at a nice hotel, and see the Anaheim Ducks play. And that's why I'm here. But it wasn't always like that for me. I remember the day I completely lost it. I was driving in my car, coming from a job I hated, like you could see, recycling chemical waste 45 minutes from where I lived at the time. It was like over 100 degrees in Montreal. I was stuck in this traffic jam, and the windows in my car were rolled down. Why? My air conditioning worked fine at the time, but I was low on gas as usual in that time, and air conditioning uses too much gas, and I couldn't afford to fill up my tank. And then I screamed out words that I can't repeat in this presentation. I can't repeat them here. I was just so unhappy with things, with my situation, with the life that I felt like I was stuck living. I felt like I was just another face in the crowd, another nobody stuck in traffic on what seemed like the hottest day of the year. And I couldn't even afford to put on my air conditioning. I was working a dead-end job recycling chemical waste too, of all things. Literally sifting and sorting through all chemicals all day long in 100-degree heat with a huge suit on, okay? A heavy mask. It pulled on my ears and my hair. These thickly insulated rubber gloves, and that disgusting smell that never goes away, which seeped through my mask, the horrible smell of chemicals burning my nose. At that point, I felt so almost pointless. I had no passion for what I was doing, and it really made me feel worthless. But shortly after came the day that turned my life around. This was in 2010. That was the day I went to see Lee McIntyre. Now, I couldn't afford the internet lifestyle intensive product when I went to see Lee. I couldn't afford it, but I knew that successful people invested in themselves, and I want to be successful. So I maxed out the credit cards I had with him, spent $5,000 at the time I didn't have, and I did it. I went all in. That was the crossroads for me, and probably the most meaningful decision of my life, because that was the turning point for me. Buying the internet lifestyle product, and now I don't need a job. In the 6 months after joining the internet lifestyle intensive, I went from selling nothing online to doing over $10,000 a month. 5 figures a month in sales in only 6 months. Now, the key point here is I invested in myself. Successful people invest in themselves. I invested in myself and I implemented it, right? Most importantly, I took the material I learned and I implemented it, okay? All right, now let me show you exactly what I did so that you can do it too. The fundamental principles which makes this all work. Now, I had a pretty long hate list back then. So if you're an internet marketer, you should have a hate list. One of the things that you should hate is when somebody sends you an email to go buy the latest and greatest shiny object, right? And you got to get the old credit card out and you have no idea whether or not you're going to get results from it because you have no plan. I hated that. I hated that. Top of the hate list, okay? Creating a profitable sales funnel. That was also on my hate list. I hated the fact that to make a lot of money in this business, I had to create my own products, sales pages, videos, membership sites, have a shopping cart, pay for a merchant account, deal with customer service, handle all of the product fulfillment, payment processing, inventory, affiliates, all of the moving pieces of a successful business. All of those things were really hard for me, and I'd get hung up on the smallest little thing, hit a tiny obstacle, and it would totally throw off my day. I mean, it would derail me. And doing sales calls, cold call prospecting, sales calls, calling people all day, doing all the grunt work, calling leads that were not qualified in the first place, that didn't like me, being rejected all the time, I didn't enjoy that. It was like looking for a needle in a haystack for me, and it didn't work. But here's what we need to solve these problems. You need marketing systems. That's the first thing you need to solve these problems. You need marketing systems, because you need systems from going from an annoying pest to a welcome guest. You know, not long ago, I was on the phone in my office here in Montreal in the middle of the summer, and this annoying pest comes pounding at my door. So I answer the door, and this guy was a pest, okay, by the looks of him. But he told me that there was a recent fire in my neighborhood, which I had actually recently heard about, and he was checking if I had the right detector that sets off an alarm when there are dangerous levels of these certain gases in the air that cause the fire. Now, within about 2 minutes, I let him in so that he could check if I had the right detector for those poisonous gases. He went from being an annoying pest to a welcome guest, okay? And here's the big benefit of that for us. A welcome guest equals more sales. When you're a welcome guest, your prospects begin to know, like, and trust you, and they ultimately buy more from you because we buy from people we like. A welcome guest also equals more productivity. When you know how to become a welcome guest with your prospects, you automatically become more productive and more motivated, and consequently, you make more money while working less than ever before because you're a welcome guest. A welcome guest, lastly, equals more referrals. When you know how to become a welcome guest with your prospects, you automatically get more referrals also because your prospects trust you and they feel confident in your abilities to help them. So they refer you to their friends so that their friends could also get the same results. Which brings me now to the 3 main keys to your success. Here are the 3 main things you need to be a success. You need to have the right message delivered by a profitable sales funnel. You have to deliver that message in the form of the sales funnel, right? You have to deliver that message, that right message, to the right market, all right? And you need to do that using the right systems, okay? These are the key components you need to have. Right message, right market, right systems. And so let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you, do you remember the Domino's pizza commercials when they first came out and released their slogan using these 3 keys that I just mentioned? Their original slogan commercials back then talked about how they guarantee to get your pizza to your house in 30 minutes or less, or you pay nothing, right? You get it free. They built their business on this foundation. They broadcasted this message all over TV, on the radio, in magazines, etc., etc. They had a really attractive message. They broadcasted it to the market using the same media which was working for them before and that their competitors were using. So they created the right message, exposed it to the right market, and using the right systems, they're able to deliver on this really industry-changing guarantee. So say it with me: right message, right market, right systems. So the problem in your business could be that your prospects aren't paying attention to your message because you're not delivering the right message to the right people using the right systems, okay? Now, here are the 3 things you need to solve this problem. Right message, right market, right systems. And so your message should be very appealing to your target market. It should offer them big, giant benefits that they want. It should resonate with them, and you want them to feel compelled to see what you're all about, to investigate more. Remember, go from an annoying pest to a welcome guest. With Domino's, they had a very compelling message. Get your pizza in 30 minutes or less, or you don't pay a cent. All right, now having the right message is really the foundation for your business. Without the right message, you're completely hosed because people see you as a salesperson instead of a trusted advisor who's looking out for them. And the other thing is, it's hard to put together your own sales funnel with the right message. I know how hard it is to create a bunch of videos, sales pages, web pages, opt-in pages, all that stuff. But I'm going to solve this for you in just a few moments. So stick with me because I'm going to give you something for free that's really cool that I think you're going to like. All right? Moving on, right message, right market, right systems. So now that we have an effective message, we need to put it in front of the right market, in front of the people who already want what you have, right? So we should already know or find out what the demographics of your market is, and also know the geographics of your market. Who are your best customers, you know? How old are they? Do they have a job or are they retired? What is their level of income? Things like that. How many children do they have? What is their gender? What are their spending habits? What are their deepest desires? What are their feelings toward what you're offering, etc.? All these things you should know very intimately and have real clarity on it. I can't understate that point because it's so important to know your market. When I got started doing direct marketing, I entered a market, and the first thing I learned was to really drill down and figure out who exactly I'm going to be selling to. Who's buying my products? Because those people are responsible for putting food on the table, you know? So if you don't generally like your customers, then you're not attracting the right kind of people to your business. So what I did was I started a new document and created this character, right? I named him Homer and even put a little picture of Homer in there. And that's who I think about whenever I'm crafting my message. I visualize Homer. But before that, I had to figure out who this Homer character is exactly. So what I did was I went on popular blogs in my market, popular websites that already had thousands of customers, right? And I looked at the demographic breakdown for those websites on quantcast.com, quantcast.com, and I compiled that information into my document. On that site, you can find demographic information about their viewers, the people who come to their website. And that information is what I've used to constantly drill down further and further into the right market for what I'm offering. So we craft the right message, deliver it to the right market, and now using the right systems. This is where you start making profits and where things really get fun. In this case, we're here today because we want to use the internet to build our business and make a full-time living. The internet is the medium that we use because of how effective it is in reaching targeted people around the world. Anytime, day or night, 365 days a year, right? But the internet is just another form of media. The internet itself is not a business. It's a means of reaching people, okay? Just like direct mail, and direct mail, by the way, is extremely effective, great for getting your message out to the right market, but it's risky because it could be very expensive, and if you're not a professional copywriter, you could really end up losing a ton of money doing direct mail. So let's talk about systems here for a minute, because this is where the money is brought in, right? We talked about delivering the right message by using a proven sales funnel. We talked about delivering that message to the right market, but if every time you have a new prospect, you have to carry all of this out yourself, well, it would get pretty tedious and you would probably end up working like 25 hours a day. And so what you need is great systems that convert prospects to customers, right? And then more importantly, these systems should free up your time to do other things that you love, like we talked about before. For me, it's to spend more time with my family. The money isn't important. The money isn't important. There's unlimited money out there for you or I, but we all have the same amount of time in a day, right? So time is our most valuable resource as entrepreneurs. And so by incorporating proven systems into your business, you can free up your time to do other enjoyable things. To illustrate my point, let me tell you a story. So when I first got started in this business, I didn't have any systems, okay? I didn't know they were important really because I didn't know they even existed. And so for about 8 months, I ended up just basically spinning my wheels, learning a lot, but never really doing anything at all. And I got nowhere in those 8 months. If anything, I may have took steps back in those 8 months because I didn't actually do anything except for buy new stuff to learn about, but never actually take action. But then when I finally implemented these 3 keys in my business, everything changed for me in a really big way, almost overnight. But before that, I was making 0. So the 3 keys: right message, right market, right systems. If you take nothing away from this presentation, remember this, because it's so valuable. You can make so much money with this. If you take one thing away today, then remember the 3 keys: right market, right message, right systems, okay? Now, let me ask you this. Are you wasting money without having the 3 keys in place? Are you marketing to the wrong customers or attracting people to your business who are tire kickers? Are you sending your prospects the right message? Is your message tailored specifically to them to appeal to their deepest desires? And do you have the right systems in place that deliver the right message to the right market and turn your prospects into buyers, and first-time buyers into repeat buyers, and repeat buyers into raving fans? Do you have systems to do that? Because you need systems, all right? Ever heard the expression, pioneers get arrows in their back? Meaning, you don't need to be a pioneer here, man. People have already done what you want to do, and they had systems to do it. So why not model their systems? Pioneers get arrows in their back. And maybe you're just as tough as this pioneer dude looks right here, but pioneers get arrows in their back. And as entrepreneurs, we need to work smart, not hard. And proven systems is what allows us to do that. there is no internet lifestyle if there were no systems. It wouldn't exist. So don't try and reinvent the wheel here. Put the right message in front of the right market using the right systems. So now let's talk about farming. Not real agriculture where you plant the crops. I'm talking about planting your farm, your own farm, your farm of prospects and customers. By using systems, you plant your farm. You put your message in front of thousands of targeted people right in front of them, and you plant the farm. Online marketing is effective for planting the farm because if someone is reading their email, right, and they read your message and it tells them to go to your website and get a free video series or a free report or a free teleseminar, and because you've sent the right message to the right market, they feel so compelled to check out this free gift, they go out of their way and open up your website. How likely do you think they are to opt in and join your subscriber list, to become one of your prospects? They're highly likely to do it because think about their mindset here. They already showed interest and committed to what you're offering subconsciously just by clicking the link and opening up your website. They're more likely than someone who just clicked an ad on Facebook while they were browsing around because that person could easily click the exit button. But by planting your farm, by having people take a small action first, just going through their email and opening up your website, you will see that your conversion rates go way up. So planting the farm is a very specific strategy that works really well. Those are elements you need. You need the right message delivered to the right market using the right systems. So here's the formula you need and the famous book I told you I was going to give you for free at the end of this presentation. In this book, you're going to get the whole story, okay? You're going to see for yourself how the whole system works, and most importantly, we'll give you the ultimate online profit model stripped down bare for you to profit from immediately. You should see a download button below this video where you can get your copy for free, and inside you're going to learn how to deliver the right message to the right market using the right systems. We'll walk you through the entire process, and at just 50 pages you can easily read this book in an afternoon, okay? Now, there's problems with everything that we talked about here today, okay? Knowledge isn't power, it's only potential power. To get results, you need tools. So if you want to discover how not to be a victim of advertising, you know, the shiny object syndrome, how to avoid doing sales calls all the time, and creating all of the necessary systems, spending years of your life putting together sales funnels, if you want to avoid all of that grunt work, then download the Ultimate Online Profit Model below right now. It's a no-brainer because it's meant for fast implementation. You will learn from others who have failed and succeeded, including John and myself, and you get all the things you need. So you could spend $50,000 a year to attend Johns Hopkins University or $32,000 a semester at Harvard, but it's nowhere near as good as this famous book that I'm giving to you right now below this video. You're not going to pay the retail price because I want you to get this. I want you to get the results because I know that it's changed my life, and I know how it could change your life and change your business. You can get the product updated, more information than I got for absolutely no charge, for free, and I've included some free bonus gifts in the book for you because you've downloaded the Ultimate Online Profit Model through this website. You will receive no charge the ebook bonus worth over $2,000. So read the book, get excited about the possibility of making six-figure monthly income and living the .com lifestyle. Take advantage of the $2,000 plus in free bonus gifts you receive just for downloading the book, and be sure to take advantage of it now before it's gone forever, okay? Dan Brown here from mttbtopteam.com. Thanks for watching this presentation. Read the book, get the bonuses, and move on to step 2 once you're done, okay? Have a great day.